Hello pumpkin people, and welcome back to my channel. Well, I'm at it again. I'm looking for code oranges for 2023, and we're gonna visit Joann Fabrics and Gabes in today's video. Joann stocked more of their fall wreaths, garlands, and picks, so we're going back there. And then I went to Gabes, which is kind of like a Burlington coat factory, if you've never been, or maybe like a Ross, I don't know because I don't have a Ross. And they had a bunch of candles and kitchen items. So we're just in the beginning phases. There's no heavy hitting Halloween decor yet that I've come across because my at-home store still hasn't stocked. But it's always exciting to see what starts to trickle in. So we're going to start off at Joann's, and if you're not really into the fall florals, I'll put a time marker for where you can fast forward to Gabes. But I've already done a video here at Joann's when they first stocked like maybe 10 wreaths, so I'm going to skip over some of these, and if you missed that video, I'll link it down below. But I love Joann's wreaths and garlands and things like that. I feel like they do a pretty good job with them. And I get comments in every single Joann's video about how expensive Joann's is. And Joann's does the best sales. You are not going to find like a 60 or a 70% off sale at Michael's or Hobby Lobby as early as you will at Joann Fabrics, as well as the fact that they allow you to stack coupons here. And they do all sorts of promotions like get 20% off if you buy online and pick up in store. So you really have to look at the coupons. Don't let these original prices, which are astronomical, scare you guys off, because I think Joann's has some of the best decor, and I really hear a lot of people write them off because they think it's too expensive. Now these wreaths here are my absolute favorite. I'm pretty simple when it comes to my fall decor, so I'm really drawn to the more simplistic designs here. But I was thinking, how gorgeous would this be with like black glitter bats on it for Halloween? So I feel like you could use this for fall and make it really chic for Halloween as well. I love the wreath above it with the burgundy and kind of almost mustardy cognac leaves as well. I think that's pretty and really simplistic, but a little bit more personality than the wreath below it. So far I'm really liking what I've been seeing here. I'm excited. I am so excited to see the actual fall decor and the Halloween especially that they're gonna bring out. I love Joann's. I always call myself a Joann stan because I feel like they give us something different than everywhere else. And they're just my favorite. So I thought these wreaths were interesting. They come in a couple different styles, the sunflower style, the pumpkins and gourds, which I just love the foliage they've used on here. It looks really natural and it's just very pretty. Doesn't really look as fake as maybe some other wreaths that I've seen. And you can actually get just the wreath form, which is really affordable. It's only $15, and you could recreate your own version of this if you don't really like what they're offering, because like I would do a combination of all these different styles on my personal wreath if I made one. And this has a metallic pumpkin. I wanted to point that out. So the rest of these wreaths I showed in my first video with the pricing and everything. So I will link that video down below if you want to check it out. These are actually some of my favorites. So I turned the corner and they had started to put out garlands, which was exciting because the last time I was here it was just wreaths. So their garlands are pretty nice. I like the colors and everything that they're using. I just don't really use garland anymore, I realized. And for me personally, I bought a garland one time, like a kind of more neutral garland, and I just would add floral to it or pumpkins or pine cones, whatever, just to kind of change with my style. So that's just my advice to you if you're going to invest in a garland. Although most of these are a lot cheaper than I've seen other places. I would get something a little bit like traditional or a little more on the neutral side, and then you can change it as your style progresses. So these are $16.99. They come in white, the more neutral tones, and then the traditional classic color palette. They also have some garlands with some berries and white pumpkins. These are cute. I think they're a little bit more, $19.99. And then they had these floral ones, which I had to check the tags if they were even fall, but they are. So yeah, if you do more of a floral theme and the greens as opposed to the oranges, they have these here. And then they have even more. This is a good example of like a neutral one I would get. And then if you're going for a traditional color palette, you could just add in some orange leaves. If you're into the white pumpkins, you could add white pumpkins. And this garland for $16.99, it reminds me of a garland that Hearth and Hand has put out maybe a few times. So that's a pretty good deal compared to Hearth and Hand. Now we're gonna get into the picks. They just had a few boxes of them out. And I am trying to show you guys the tags so you can see how much these cost, because I can't always see when I'm editing back. So I think they were mostly in like the $1.99 price point. I saw some that were more than that. We're gonna talk about one specific pick that I was like, how are they charging this price? But so far, just some little picks that you could use in wreaths or little arrangements. And these little scarecrows, these are the ones that I was like, are you serious, Joann? These are like, I think they were $5. This looks like a child's craft project. I would never pay that even on sale, but I'm gonna show them to you anyway. Darling are these little apples. They also come in a yellow color, which is actually my favorite. And these would be so cute on a wreath in August for back to school time. So yeah, we're gonna see a few more picks here, but that's about it for Joann. So once we're done looking at these, we're gonna head over to Gabes. So now we are at Gabes, and I was so insanely impressed by these candles. The orange one smells identical to pumpkin pecan waffles. So if you love that candle, these are only $7.99, and the jar is way cuter than a Bath and Body Works jar, in my opinion. So I don't know how many of you have a Gabes around you, but I think it's similar to a Burlington, or maybe Ross. I don't have a Ross, but it's a huge store of like the most discounted decor. So you really have to kind of pick through. Not everything is great quality, but everything is a great price. And I can always count on them to bring fall and Halloween out in June. But I need to remind myself next time I need to get a candle for a gift, or I'm just wanting to go candle shopping, to come here, because look at the selection. I mean, there's just so many. There's way more here than at any of my home goods stores, and the prices are really good. The packaging's cute. I haven't actually bought any of these and burned them to try these candle brands out. So I'm going to make it a point to do that this year. But I mean, there's something for everyone. And some of the cutest packaging I've seen, like, look at this mushroom. Look at this candle with the mushroom lid. It is just so, so cute. These were some Halloween hand soaps, so Mango Magic with the kind of rainbow jack-o'-lanterns. That kind of reminds me of Love, Pain, and Stitches, Caramel Apple, and then Zombie Punch. Now we're going to see some of their mugs. They had this adorable Boston Terrier mug. I think those are Boston Terriers at least. And they had some fall mugs. Their mugs are also a really good price. I think most of them are $3.99. I didn't see any above the $5 price point. So again, I think the prices here are pretty much, I think, a little bit better than Home Goods. So if you have one of these stores, I recommend coming and checking it out. You might have to do a little digging. You might not find anything, but you might get lucky with something really cute. And I thought these ones were adorable with the speckles, Trick or Treat with the adorable little cat. They had Hello Pumpkin with the really cool houndstooth print in the inside. You really don't see prints in the inside of mugs, so I really like that. And then this was the more expensive one. I'm not quite sure why, maybe because it's a little bit bigger. But if you notice there in the background, they also have a Day of the Dead set of cups, which were really cool. And this is more of a celestial style, but whenever I see kind of celestial vibes, I think of Halloween. But this was definitely my favorite Halloween mug. It is such nice quality as well, only $3.99. They had 2 of them. I should have got one, but I left it behind because I just got in 2 Halloween mugs from a small shop, which I'll be sharing in an upcoming haul video. They also had a bunch of these skull jars and kitchen items. Really good prices, $2.99. I think that's the same as what you'd get actually, no, at the Target dollar spot, that was $5. They have a drink shaker, these little tiny mason jar skull cups. They had these cups with the handles in the smoky gray, as well as the iridescent. And this decanter set in the back is a crazy good deal. It comes with 6 shot glasses and the decanter for only $10. I could not figure out what this was. I'm guessing just some kind of a storage container, but I could not find a price on it. And then these were adorable. These kitchen wooden like utensils with the cool Halloween design for only $4. They also had a pet sweater, and the price on this was really good. And I don't know if I show it here, but the price on the small was the same as the extra large. So if you have a big dog, they don't upcharge you, which is really, really nice. I think this might be the last thing I'm sharing. Their pillows, they had this fall pillow. Their pillows are so cheap that it feels like robbery. I can't remember how much this one is. Let's see, $6. So yeah, you guys, that is most of what I saw here at Gabes and Joann's. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and I will catch you in a future video. Bye now.